We just came back from visiting my brother, John Terry Boateng, from graduation. He just graduated. And today I want to ask my dad some questions about his business and Toro and everything. So, Dad, introduce yourself, please.
Okay. I'm Boateng, the Sanaahene of Agogo Traditional Council. But right now I'm representing myself. I'm not speaking on behalf of them. I'm just going to talk about my business. Yeah. What was your question again?
Okay, so what do you do for your business?
I've got a bunch, but are you trying to know more about the Turo or my business?
What is Turo?
Are you trying to get into my business?
Yes.
Alright, Turo is a car rental app which enable people to rent their own cars and make some money out of the rentals. So I've been doing it for a little over a year. So almost 2 years. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I know I've been doing it. Yeah.
So what do people pay you to rent their cars? Like, how much do they pay you?
Okay. So, it's like you say, you set your own price, how much you want to rent your cars for. And you bear in mind there are other people, now I have to keep my eye on the road. So it's better if you go a little bit this way so you can, yeah. Alright, okay, so you have your own car and then you put it on Turo. You still keep it in your house, but then, or wherever, in my case, if you are like 15 miles away, I can deliver for you, and then, or I can deliver at the airport, the hotels in Lexington, Kentucky. I do mine in Lexington, Kentucky. You put the car on Turo and then you set your price. Currently I have 21 cars. I think some are in the shop, so I would say maybe 19 active cars right now, because I think they are working on some. And the cars, I have luxury cars and then normal ones. And the price ranges from anywhere from $64 all the way to $95. And we have limited mileage and then unlimited mileage. If you're looking for the unlimited mileage, then you have to add about, $30 extra a day for unlimited mileage, which is still cheaper compared to the traditional rental companies. Ours are cheaper.
So, why did you want to start the car business?
It's kind of funny because I was listening to the news and I heard a lot of people have asked me that question, and I heard it, I think either NBC or ABC News. I was just listening to the news and I realized that you can make money from renting your own car. So I said, well, I have 4 cars.
There's a speed trap ahead.
Oh, Popo on there. Okay. I'm doing good. My speed is okay, so I'm not worried. Thank you, Google. Okay. See, that is one good thing about this place. They kind of let you know that the police are on their way to speed trap. Okay, let me come back to my question, trying to answer your question. So I decided to give it a try when I heard that you can rent your own cars, put it on, and then make some money out of it. It's just like Airbnb. You do Airbnb and you making money out of your houses. But this one, it has to do with like Airbnb for cars. So it is something that is really, really, I say, let me try it. And I will say it is good because I started with 4 cars. Now I have 21 cars. And it's a family business. Like I have my
employee.
One of my employees who helps a lot. I mean, that is a family business. Let me say, the family helps. She does a wonderful job by making sure that the cars are clean. The inside are clean. The inside is perfectly clean before it goes outside. And she does it. She vacuums and she does a lot of good job. So that is what I can say, that I decided to give it a try, and it's been good. I think I've done it like within 1.5 years. I've been able to more than triple the cars I have. Actually, I started with 4. It's like multiply by 5. Yeah, it's not bad. It's got it, but it has its challenges. Let me put it that way. It has some challenges to it, the good, the bad, and the ugly of Turo. And I'll get into that and explain it better. The good part is obviously you make some money, you buy the cars, and you run it out. You are able to provide some good service to other people who need cars, and it's like you helping serve the community, which is a good thing. Okay, so that's the good thing. You make some money, rent out your cars, and at least there is one car that is not being rented out, because if I did that, the owner of the car will kill me. And before I get up, I'll be mad because she will never let me out. She will not allow me to rent that car.
The Mercedes.
Yeah, the Mercedes. Yeah, actually, I have one Mercedes. We rent one Mercedes, but the other one, she said, no, this is the one that I want to use. So it's understandable. Yeah, so the good. Sorry.
She loves her, yeah, baby.
The Mercedes is called Yeah Baby. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that Mercedes is called Yeah Baby, and it doesn't. And I can understand, because when people rent their car, sometimes they smoke in them, even though we tell them not to smoke. They still find a way to smoke in
In
the
half
car.
a mile, continue straight to stay on Cumberland Gap Parkway, US
Okay,
25.
thank you very much. Just be quiet, let me do my interview. Don't be interrupting me. Okay, so they give you this option where you take your protection, the percentage of your protection depends how much you pay when your car is involved in a wreck. What I have right now, because I get 85% of the rental money, I have to pay $2,500. That's $2,500. Anytime my car is involved in a wreck, I lose $2,500, and that hurts, because sometimes I've had a month where I have 4 wrecks in 1 month, and this cost me $10,000. Like, see, and sometimes the car is the repair cost will be like $1,000, $1,500. Those things, you have to eat all of it. Turo is not going to give you anything. But when you go for a better protection, then instead of me getting 85%, I can say, okay, I want 60, 65%. Then in that case, Turo will cover you, pay for all the repairs, and then I think pay for up to about a month of rental income that you are losing. See, for the 85 that I am now, whilst the car is in the shop, nobody is paying, you know, I'm losing rental money. At the same time, I'm paying 2,500. But when you go for the 60, I think what it is Turo will pay for your rental money for 30 days, and then after that they stop, and then they will also make sure that your car is fully repaired. But even there, these days it takes longer for some cars to get repaired because they don't have the parts. It's difficult to get the parts and get a car repaired right away. So you can imagine that if you have only one car, then it becomes difficult. You know, I'm blessed to have at least 19. I still have 21 cars, but 19 are active on the way. So when one is involved in an accident, the others will be working, and then they can bring me some income for me to be able to. So in as much as I want to encourage people to do, when you're doing with only one car, you have a bigger risk, because then the moment your car is involved in a wreck, everything stops. So if you want to do it, you should at least start with about 2 or 3 cars to start with, because some of these guests, to be honest, if I hadn't done this business, I didn't know there were a lot of careless drivers. Careless. They don't care, they drive crazy because they think it's not their car. You know, they are very good guests, let me say this. They are very, very good. Most of them, I would say, from my personal experience, most of my guests, I can say about 85%. I can even go to 90% of my guests are very responsible, and they make sure they bring their car back nice, neat, and clean. But that 15%, man, they don't care. They make you think like, what am I doing renting my car to these people? If I have the choice, there are some people I will not rent this car to, my cars to, because the number one, that there are about 5% who make this work very, 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 very difficult. Make the rental business very difficult. These are people. I'm still on the ugly part. The ugly part. These are people who rent your cars, and they rent it for their friends, especially the girls.
Dad, so do you have any luxury cars like Tesla, Mercedes, Lamborghini, Ferrari?
Lambo what? Lamborghini? Lamborghini. Not Lamborghini.
Cadillac, Corvette.
Okay. I have a Mercedes that I ran out, but I don't have the Tesla right now. I'm still studying the electric cars, trying to figure out, learn more about it. Before I put something out, I want to learn more, because people are going to rent it, and then when they go to a place where they cannot charge the car, then it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to wait a little bit and see how it goes renting those electric cars. So I don't have Tesla. And the other thing about luxury cars is that we are in Lexington, and it doesn't rent that often. Because I remember I put a Mercedes GLE on. I wanted to rent it, and I put it down. I was going to charge $250 for it. Now, it stayed on for about a month, and nobody rented it. You know, so it gave me the idea that what rents faster is the cars that normally rent between 60 and if I can rent a car for about 60 to about 150, those are the cars that will rent well in Lexington. Okay, so you have to study your area and then see which cars rent faster. I'm into, because you make money when the car is rented, not when the car is sitting down and you have a Lamborghini, and if you have a Lamborghini and it's not being rented out regularly, then you're not making money. So that is why very expensive cars. But I have it in my plan. Yeah. Like okay. Yeah, we can buy, but then again, like I'm saying, it has to be able to go out regularly. Even the Mercedes that I rent, it's not too expensive, but even though it's not too expensive, it doesn't go out regularly, just for $95 a day, or let me say for limited mileage, or let me say for 120 for unlimited mileage. It still doesn't rent regularly compared to least expensive cars. So I buy more least expensive cars than expensive cars. And when you do the math, sometimes if you are going to spend, like if I want to buy two Hyundai Tucsons, will cost me close to $. At the same time, one Mercedes is going to shoot like 80,000. So if two Hyundais rent for 130, or for limited, I'm talking about limited mileage, and then the Mercedes should also be rented for around that time, or a little around at least 170 for me to see that it's making money. So those are the things that you look at.
So when you do get a Tesla and a Lamborghini,
you mean when I get a Tesla?
And a Lamborghini, I will be getting the Tesla, right?
You will be getting a Tesla?
And I will be getting the family discount, right? I am an employee. I work hard for that Tesla.
First of all, think about getting your driver's license. You are how many months away from 60?
I'm 16 and a half.
Yeah,
I'm 15 and a half.
There is no half. 60. When you turn 60, you first think about getting a job before you even think about Tesla. I mean, I think by the time it turns 16, 17, 18, the cars, like the price of Tesla will be coming down. So it is. But it depends, as always, it all depends on which particular car you're looking for, and which type of Tesla, because I think there are types, and even when you take Mercedes, a Mercedes GLA is always least not as expensive.
It says your fuel is only 10%.
Yeah, I'm in Lexington, so we are good. We are good. The next one, we hit the next exit. It's good you reminded me. Otherwise, before I realized I'll be in Cincinnati. At least I should use the next exit to get 1 mile away from Lexington. So when I exit, then I can. Yeah. So basically, I will do some of these cars as time goes on. But now my challenge is I've been installed as the Sanaahene of Agogo. I have to be going up and down. What I mean by up and down, I have to go to Ghana, spend some time in Ghana, and come back. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge because now I have to get somebody to run the business here.
I will run it
You ran it for me.
I ran it for you last
Oh,
time. You went
yeah,
to,
yeah.
I ran
Yeah,
it for
you all
last-
did. You all did. It's good. I appreciate it. You know, but then, I mean, when you look at it, when I'm going away, everybody has to stop working so
don't
that I'm talking about those who work. You know, those who work have to stop working so that they can take care of this business, you know. And that's a challenge because now, like I said, Mackenzie has to stop going to work for almost 3 weeks, you know. And then Lorinda has to also
take care of the
take care of the children and also take care of the other people we have. And then it is like they have to stop their way. So it is tough for me to go back and forth.
Okay.
But I really have the passion of helping my people in Ghana, and that is where now I need you guys your support by subscribing and watching, because we have a lot of stuff to do in Ghana. I have a lot of stuff to do in Ghana to help the people. At least I'm starting small, so I'm going to start with the people from my hometown, where I'm now the chief. I'm the chief of my family and the Sanaahene army of the Agogo Traditional Council. I have so much stuff that I have to do. There's a lot of good intention about helping people out. I've actually, let me say it, I have the desire to put up an orphanage and over there, and it all takes money. And
Speaking of money, how much would you make the price of renting out a Lamborghini or a Tesla if you were to have one?
First of all, when I'm renting a car, I look at my competitors. So I go to Lexington and look at how much the people in Lexington rent a Lamborghini for. I don't think I've seen anybody renting a Lamborghini in Lexington yet, man. I'll have to look for that. And then as I look for that, I look at the price of the Lamborghini, which I don't know, because I haven't even bothered to ask for the price of a Lamborghini yet. The other thing is, I like buying new cars. The reason why I buy new cars is because I'm not a mechanic, and I don't want to be spending a lot of time trying to fix the cars. You know, car breakdown, and they have to, and then somebody will rent your car and then go to probably drive it to Arizona, and then the person breaks down in Arizona. Then it's going to be a challenge to bring it here. So for me, I like buying new cars. Now, what's the price of a Lamborghini? I don't know. New one, I don't know. So I'm currently not in the position to go into that business right now. What I mean is buying luxury, expensive cars or SUVs or whatever, vehicles. Let me put it that way: luxury, expensive vehicles, because they're expensive, and it will take a long time for you to make your money back. When we get there and I see that there is the market for that, then I'll look into that.